Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together, we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, y'all. Time to 10X.
Hey everyone, welcome to NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad, Robert.
Together, we're talking about what really matters to teens today. From school and skills to pressure, purpose, and possibilities, we'll share honest conversations, practical strategies teens can actually use, and a little dad-daughter debate.
This is about listening, learning, and growing. Together, let's elevate the next generation.
Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
Hello and welcome back to NextGen on Elevate Springfield. I'm Ellie and I'm here with my dad.
Hello. How we doing?
Good.
Another beautiful day in downtown Springfield.
Is that part of your script, asking me how I'm doing every time I open the segment?
I think so, even though I don't have written scripts.
Your brain script.
My brain script, yes. I guess that's part of it because I do happen to say that every time.
And I'm sitting here like, do I have to answer this?
Well, that time I wasn't going to ask you, but you stayed silent for a second. So I was like, well,
sorry.
I guess you want me to ask you. I was just going to say, hey, Ellie, and let you go with it. But then you were just like, awkward pause. So I said,
you had to fill my awkward silence.
I said, hey, how you doing? So it's a beautiful day here in downtown.
I'm feeling summer.
Yeah,
I'm in my summer clothes. I got new clothes.
Fallish clothes this morning, but now I should have wore summer clothes like you. Well, you're kind of in the in-betweener because
not really, no.
You got the
this
sweatshirt
is like,
on.
This is like a beachy.
Light, yeah.
It's like a beachy one, and it's like thin. So I wanted to test it out because I want to wear it this summer because it's not really like a sweatshirt. And I always like romanticize the idea of like, I keep seeing girls in like shorts and then a sweatshirt, and I'm like, how do they do that? I'm like sweating buckets over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, it's gonna be like 75 today. Let's try it out. And I got it yesterday.
But I think it got up to like 85 today instead of 75.
What?
I think so. I was looking at it a little bit ago because I was like, man, it warmed up a little bit because, the hotter the better for me. So I was like, man, it's starting to feel good out here. And I looked at it and my phone said 82 or something. So,
well, in my brain, I checked it at like noon.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, it's probably not going to get too much hotter from here. But I mean, I know the high of the day is usually around like 2 to 3, but still, I was still like, well, it's noon, so it's not going to get too much hotter.
And it didn't.
Not like 10 degrees hotter.
A little bit. But no, I love the beautiful sunshine and the heat.
Yeah.
On my face.
I disagree, but I totally respect that about you.
Well, I appreciate that. You know what I respect? A really great play performance.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Those follow my social. We went to the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child over the weekend. That was fun.
It was good.
Did you like it?
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. But then again, I'm not really a Harry Potter fan. I mean, I watched all the movies, obviously. Sorry, y'all, but I do know it gets a lot of heat from fans, though. Fans hate it. I mean, the two things I've heard is that the characters act out of character and the continuity errors are horrible,
right.
Which obviously I wouldn't really know. I mean, I watched the movies, but it's like, I don't know. I had a hard time following along with it just because, like, I feel like they never fully wrapped up things, like each little plot points, which was just confusing.
It moved quickly. Like
yeah,
it really.
But I mean,
did.
I'm talking about like the 9 like movies.
Oh, the movies. Well, yeah, but
so that's how I wouldn't know if it had any continuity errors because it's like I had a hard time like actually fully understanding what was happening just because it was too much like hinting but not really saying. Like I can definitely see that though because like going into it, it's about like Harry Potter's kid and then like Draco Malfoy's kid, but For those who haven't seen it, it's like follows very, very closely to the original Harry Potter like story because it involves time travel. And I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
So I completely understand why it would have so many like continuity errors or just like mistakes in there that don't match up with the movies because they stuck and clung so hard onto like the actual like Harry Potter story instead of making their own new one. But I liked it. It was good.
It was interesting the way they did it. And I did feel like they jumped quick. Their scenes were fast,
Oh,
and
yeah.
but it was good. And in terms of the time travel stuff, they tied it in nicely to the original Harry Potter things. One thing I was waiting on the whole time, I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I thought we'd at least have one song, not a single. I know it's not
play, not a musical.
I know it's not a musical, but I was expecting like at least one song. I thought it'd be fun to have one cool Harry Potter song, but.
The instrumentals were really good.
Oh yeah,
like the playlist,
the instrumentals
like, it was
were
good.
great, and they had some good dancing that was part of it, but no actual singing. I was just waiting for just one single song, but no, I didn't. But
do you think Scorpius and Albus are dating?
It seemed that way, yeah. But it sure seemed like it. But yeah, we'll see.
That's what I said. Yeah. I swear.
Or we don't want to. We might have just done a pretty big.
Oh well, you don't know who they are.
Well,
you only know who they are once you sit
true.
down in the theater and are watching it.
We don't want to give any.
Unless
we don't want to give anything away if people are going to go out and watch the play.
Yeah, I respect that, I guess. But
yeah,
I'm glad you think that though, because I was like the entire time I was like shipping them, and then by the end I was like, wait, is this canon? Like, is this actually a thing?
It sure seemed like it.
Yeah. If you don't know what canon means, it's basically just in universe true, because there's the things where it's fan theories about movies and books, but they're not canon. They're not real in the universe. Like, that's not how the people intended it. But canon is like, okay, that's real. Like, they made it like that. That's true in the story. That's what the story was trying to do type thing. But
yeah, and they never actually came out and said if they were dating or not. But at the very end, they did make one.
Had to be. Come on.
No, I know. But they did make one comment at the end. They said something to the effect of our new relationship. They
said that too?
Yeah, like something at the end. It was like how our new relationship.
Oh, yeah, wait. I think
at the very end. They said
I remember that.
They didn't come out and actually say that they were dating, but that comment there
I was like,
solidified it for me that they were. But
I was like, wait, it's canon? No, but for me, I think I completely forgot about that because I was too focused on the one scene where he was like, he's the most important person in my life. And then Harry's like, well, if he's the most important person in your life, I was like, wait, huh? Yeah, but I think like in like halfway through, whenever it was like, who are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? And he's like, I'm fighting for Albus. I was like, pardon? Say that again?
No, it was good. Overall, really good. Saw it at the Fabulous Fox.
I really respect Fabulous Fox.
I do too. They do a really nice job.
Yeah.
The theater's beautiful, and I respect all the decisions they made at the play and everything on how they ran with the story and all that. So overall, very, very good.
Very respectable.
Very respectable.
Incredibly respectable.
What are we talking about today, Ellie?
I don't know. Can our viewers guess?
RESPECT. Something like that.
Something means to me. I don't know.
There you go. You almost had it. Yeah.
Is that the Jackson 5?
It is not.
It's not?
It is not. Doesn't belong in there.
Who is that? That sounds like them, though. Did they not do one version of that?
They might have, but the original is...
I think I'm just tweaking.
I don't know if they ever did a version of it or not, but the original is Aretha Franklin, I believe.
Huh.
Yep.
It sounds like Little Michael.
Nope. It is Aretha Franklin.
Interesting.
Yeah. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. And then they go into the sock it to me, all that stuff. All right. So respect. What's up with respect? What are we talking about respect for today?
I think respect is important, and I think people have a different idea of it too. And my favorite thing to do is like think about things more.
Yeah.
I feel like talking about what respect means to you and how we can be more respectful to other people is like fun. So how do you feel respected, or what does respect mean to you?
I'm probably a little weird in this aspect when it comes to respect, just because.
Do you not care?
Unfortunately or fortunately, I really don't to some degree. Of course, I want to be respected in my industry and what I do. I want to be respected by my family and everything. But when it comes to general respect from people I don't know that it really crosses my mind all that much. So if I really think about being respected or being disrespected, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When people are disrespectful verbally, like I think a lot of people when they think disrespect, it's somebody telling you to your face something bad or I don't really care. A lot of times if somebody were to say something to me that may come off as disrespectful, it's kind of easy for me to politely say, "Yeah, appreciate that. Have a good day." And just move on and not engage with it. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
What do you think disrespect is?
I think it's easier to say what respect is. I feel like respect, how I feel respected at least, is like I said, communication. So taking the time to clearly communicate with me because too many people do these little dance around little thingies. I'm like, no, let's not do that. I hate this. It's just dumb. Let's actually get to the point, please, instead of just dancing around it all the time. But obviously, respectfully too, because I've had people just flat out not care about my feelings either. And I'm like, like I can't, it's either one way or the other. It's like I can't get that good in the middle. It's like either or. It's like either you're being disrespected by they're not telling you or they're telling you just incredibly disrespectful. I'm like, okay, I think we have a problem here. But I think just being respected is being spoken calmly, nicely too, and just really taking the time to care about the other person's feelings and putting that into words. Because you can say, "Oh, I care about how I make this person feel all the time," and this isn't in friendships or whatever. This can be like anywhere. But me personally, I take a lot of time thinking about what I say to anybody. So I feel like that's a form of like respect because it's like they really care how their words will impact you, and they take the time to tell you things in the correct and polite way instead of just throwing it out there. Not to say you should like overthink everything you say, but it's just like politely speaking to people. I'd say
that's big. Yeah, and I guess one thing for me that I was just thinking about is for respect, time. I'm
because people
very
disrespect time.
Yeah, so I'm super busy, as you know, got a lot of things going on. I like my time respected, and I will respect other people's time so that in a professional setting, when we're talking about meetings, you don't need to have super long meetings or you don't need to have extra meetings about every little thing. You shouldn't be late to meetings. You shouldn't be super early to something because that's not respecting that person's time either. Because if somebody shows up to a meeting 45 minutes early and expects you to come out, that's not the greatest thing.
Yeah, I'm an early person, so I get it. But again, I literally just sit in my car until it's an acceptable time to go in. It's like that's so I'm there
and that's perfectly
and I
fine.
feel safe because my anxiety is down. But obviously, I'm not going to go in there like, especially if it's a specific thing.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to go in there 30 minutes to an hour before it starts because that's disrespectful. They're still setting up and everything. So I just sit in the car until it's an acceptable time to go in.
So I think those type of things are more important to me when it comes to respect than maybe, verbal disrespect. Because I can just brush that off. But time respect is important to me. And it's also, people might have to cancel something, which is fine, but give you notice and all that stuff. That's respecting somebody's time. Or if you have a meeting that
or if you really have to like cancel last minute, you should make it known that you do feel bad and you apologize and you fix it later on too. Because like whenever I have to do that, I feel horrible. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Like I will make it up to you. I promise. I know this, and this, like keep it on them. Like be like, I know that we had this or whatever.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I think those things professionally are more important to me.
Yeah.
Because when you're respecting time is the only thing. We've talked about this a lot on the podcast, not necessarily on this particular segment, but time is the only thing that you don't get back. So once it's spent, it's gone. So
we talked about that before.
Have we?
I don't think so.
No. That's what I was saying. I've talked about it on the podcast.
I was like, have we?
Yeah, not on this segment. We haven't talked about it on this segment. It's the only thing that you spend, you don't get back. You can always make more money. You can always buy more stuff if you need to, right? But once time is lost, there's nothing you can do about it. So you need to respect other people's times, and the expectation should be that they respect your time as well. So maybe that's a bigger part to me than maybe just a disgruntled person that wants to say you're an idiot or say you're a jerk or say you're completely wrong and want to be, mean about it or whatever.
I think respect boils down for me as caring about how your actions affect other people and not thinking of other people super, super highly, but I still think that's kind of part of it. Like think of other people highly as well. And they're still a person and you should
Oh, of
respect
course,
them,
yeah.
obviously. So I think that's a big part of it. Just think of them highly as a person and just care about how your actions affect them. I feel like that's what respect means to me. It's because you're caring about how, and you put that into practice, obviously.
And I would agree that I think we need to all give a certain degree of respect to others, of course, and that's just general in everyday life. Not being a jerk and doing the things and helping people out and all those things, and respecting other people's beliefs, respecting other people's opinions and things like that, and all that good stuff. I do draw a line to a degree because even though I can respect somebody's opinion, that doesn't mean that I agree with it or that I'm even going to take that advice. Right? I can say,
Yes,
yeah, that's
exactly.
perfectly fine that you think that way. That's great. That's perfect, but that's not I don't think that's right, so I'm not going to do that. So, when it comes to respect in terms of that side of things, there are certain people that I will respect their opinion, their thoughts, and any advice they give me would carry much more weight than others. So I
Yes.
think there's
Yeah,
a degree of
definitely.
respect. There's the general walking down the street, hey, I'm not going to do anything to tick you off because,
Yeah.
or compared to, hey, I really know your experience. We've been good friends. We know each other well. I respect your opinion, and I'm going to use that advice in my
Yes.
life.
Yeah, because I definitely think that's been a thing where people equate respect to agreeing or thinking very highly of this person, being like, okay, I should listen to you because I think highly of you. No, I think what I'm saying when I'm saying like speak highly of, like think highly of people, it's more just as a basic human. It's like you don't need
Yeah,
to
just human
obviously,
decency, just
yes.
basic human
Like, you
decency.
don't need to take their advice or be like, "Yeah, that was really good. Like, I really respect them for saying that and being as a person." It's like, no. You just like, "Yeah, I respect your right to have that opinion. I respect that. Moving on." Like, that's like it. And yeah, I definitely think that's a thing. I had somebody be like, "You're not respecting my opinion," even though this person would share their opinion, and I'd be like, "Yeah, totally valid. Completely understand that. Like, I think this, but whatever, valid. That's mine." And then this person would be like, "Well, you're not respecting my opinion." I'm like, "But you just said you were disagreeing with me. I respectfully disagree with you. I said I understood what you were saying. I said you were valid, completely understood it." But it's like it kind of went back to like the point this person was trying to make, because it's like this person was like, "You're not respecting me for my different opinion." But it kind of went back to that person, because at that point I was like, I don't know what else I could do to respect your opinion. At this point, you're not respecting mine because I've said everything I could to respect yours. I just politely disagree. And then it's like, well, I don't think you're respecting my opinion at that point, because you wouldn't have an issue with it if I just shut up and didn't say anything else
Right.
about
Yeah,
it,
no,
you
I
know?
agree. Yeah, respect
Like, that
doesn't
was a
mean
struggle, definitely.
yeah, just
for me.
respecting someone or respecting that they have an opinion doesn't mean that it's correct even. It doesn't mean that you have to use it or even that it's quite frankly that it's factual because
Yeah.
because sometimes people may have a very strong opinion and it's just downright inaccurate. And you can I respect that you think that, but it's inaccurate. That's not
Yes.
correct.
Like, can we talk about the fact that opinions can be wrong? I feel like we don't talk about that enough, because it's like it's always like, well, it's an opinion. Like, it's their opinion. They can have it.
They can have
You can say the sky is green. The sky is not green most of the time.
right.
You can't say that the sky is like, what's a color the sky never is.
Right. No,
You
you
can't
can
say that because it's not true. You can have your opinion, but it's not true.
yeah, opinions are can be based on inaccuracies. Opinions can be based on lies. Opinions can be based on stuff that is
Misconceptions.
yeah, so people are entitled to their opinions, but that doesn't always mean that they are correct. And quite frankly, a lot of times many opinions are not necessarily correct.
Yeah.
But is what it is on that. But yeah, no, I think there is a difference. You've got your basic human decency side of respect, and then
Mhm.
you've got your hey, I respect you as an individual because of
Mhm.
everything you've
Like,
done.
I look up to you as a
Because
role
yeah,
model
because of
type.
your experience, you're a mentor to me, whatever, right? So
Mhm.
because of that, I'm going to take what you say and give that a lot more weight than I
Yes.
give so and so down the street that I know of. And yeah, I'm going to give the basic human decency respect, but I have no idea what they've done or they have no experience. So,
Yeah.
I mean, A really simple example.
Yeah, I think too many people take it as your second thing. That
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, they do.
well, if I respect this person, I really need to take their opinion to heart. I need to really look inward. I really need to reflect on this, or I really need to listen to what they're saying and do it, or I need to take their advice. Like, no, respect is a very basic thing. Like, it's not just,
Well, and
well,
it's
I look
in
up to
your
them as a mentor, so I need to be able to listen to whatever they say. Even if you look up to them as a mentor, you could still be like,
yeah,
yeah, I won't take that
of
advice. But
course,
I think
and it
that's a
could be
different thing than what we're talking about
a little
anyway,
bit,
though.
but in terms of the experience piece for somebody that you're taking advice from, really simple example would be, say you're going to Disney World, right? I know, right? So say you're going to Disney World. You got one person over here that's never been to Disney World. You got another person over here that's been to Disney World, say 15 times, right? So between those two people, if you had access to both of them,
To both of them.
I know to both of them. Did I dip into an English accent or something there for a second?
Yes.
Something, I don't know, that was weird. So if you had access to both of them, whose opinion would you probably give a little more weight to, right? Based on the experience, it would be the
Mhm.
person that's been there 15 times, correct?
Mhm.
So similar to the mentor mentee relationship or the experience you've had with somebody, you're going to give such and such more credence, more weight to their opinion than you would somebody else, even though you could give them both the basic human decency, respect.
Yes,
Really
definitely.
simple example, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think we've talked about this a little bit before too, but I want to touch on it here as well. There's the thing that's been going around for the Gen Zers, whatever, the youngers, where it's um, respect is earned. And when I was younger, I completely was like, yeah, totally. And I still do think that's a thing, but the respect is earned thing gives the impression that you are a complete jerk to somebody until they earn your respect because it has to be earned, which means that there's a point in time before you have their respect. So then you're just being completely I know that's not really the point of that saying, but it very much gives that. I think the quote should be respect can be taken away. That doesn't mean that you blow up on them or whatever, but you can lose respect for somebody. But I don't think respect is earned. I think everybody should have the basic line of respect first.
Well, yeah, and I would agree there. So maybe it's more the fact that respect can grow or
Deteriorate.
deteriorate.
Yeah.
You can start with your basic human decency, respect, and then it can grow into a deeper respect for that person.
Yes.
Something else happens, it could
Yeah.
deteriorate, and you have no respect for that
Yeah.
person.
And I totally understand where that quote came from though too, because it was always with the respect your elders no matter what, even if they're being abusive or this to you. You got to respect them because they're older type thing. So then there was pushback on that. As we got more progressive and older, we were like, okay, this is messed up. We shouldn't just respect people because they're older or because they're this or because they're this, which 100%. But the actual quote that ended up becoming popular doesn't say what it should be saying. So then it's just that kind of sounds weird. It kind of sounds like you're just completely mean to people until they earn your respect. That's not right either.
Yeah, no, the respect your elders thing always, even when I was your age, I always thought it was a little weird. It's like, yeah, everybody can, you can respect your elders with common human
Mhm.
decency and respect that way, but there's a lot of people out there that have done a lot of bad things, and just because they're an elder does not mean that you should have to respect them. Maybe that's another
But again,
conversation
it's
for
just
some
with
another
these
time.
quotes, it's the baseline of them is yes, 100%. But then it kind of gets taken so far where it's okay, wait, reel it back in. Because with the respect your elders, 100% respect your grandparents. Obviously, if they're not abusive, like we said, but obviously respect your grandparents and respect their experiences and listen to them and don't just cast them away because they're old, they don't know anything. They know a lot. Yes, of course. Random elderly people out on the street, you help them cross the street, you pick up their groceries, you help them in that way. But then it just got taken so far to the point where it's okay, well, the elders can disrespect you all they want, but then you have to be respectful back, where it's really what the quote was originally was to think highly of your elders and help them, and you're the next generation, so you are taking care of them too.
Well, speaking of respecting time, it's
Am
almost
I not
time.
respecting your time?
No, it's almost time for you to go to work. So I want to respect your
So you're
work
respecting
time.
my time.
Yes, I'm respecting your time. Now, I will say for everybody out there, though, mention Disney World. Might be for a reason, because the next episode you see of Ellie and I is going to be live from...
Live?
Maybe not.
I ain't doing live.
Maybe not live.
I'd get canceled.
But it'd be from Disney World. How about that? We're going to do that next week for our Tuesday episode. We're going to be in Disney World. And
Watch out for my Instagram posts.
yeah, so we'll see where we're going to be sitting, but we're going to do a podcast from there. But yes.
From there.
Man, I'm enunciating kind of odd today,
Kind
aren't
of
I?
odd today.
Yeah. I think it's because I've got a little tickle in my throat.
And my
So I'm
throat's
like,
kind of dry. I need some water.
Me too. Well, I'm going to respect your time and your need for thirst so you can go to work.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to respect your time because you clearly aren't respecting my time. You just want me out of here. So
Yeah, time to go.
Yeah, I'll just respect your time. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yep, time to kick you out of here.
Yeah, well, thanks for
Respecting
joining
my
us
time
on
anymore.
Next Gen on Elevate Springfield, and we'll see you next time.
See ya. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343. Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell, at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!